Hi, this is Mark Dudley for AEP 858, Module 17, Data Protocol. And for my data protocol, what I put together mirrors pretty much another protocol that we're using a lot in our district, which is See, Think, Wonder. And I kind of converted this more towards to focus more on data. So it's called See, Think, Connect. And as you can see, the arrows kind of keep us moving along. For the first protocol, it's C. What does the data say? One thing that I really learned in this class and through some other work inside data is just to look at it for what it is. Don't try to assume. Don't try to make assumptions early on. Just look at the data for black and white. What does it say? And then think. What does the next step is? What does the data suggest? The key here is to make sure you understand what the data is saying. The data is what it is, and then with this you can think, what are some of the factors that are causing these data points? Kind of use your interpretation skills to really look at the data and kind of understand. Think about what could be factoring it, and then the next step is connect. And this is where I've had the biggest shift in my brain during this course and through my work helping in a couple of data cohorts. This is where we're going to connect the data to our instruction. We cannot change the background of our students. We can't change some of the issues that they may have going at home, whether a kid misses a lot of school because parents work second shift or third shift or various things like that. As teachers, it would be great for us to provide to meet every student where they were and to kind of get them out of their situation, so to say, that we feel like is hindering them. But we can't change every student. So what we can do is we can meet them where they are instructionally, and this is the biggest thing. So in this connect stage, you're seeing what the data suggests, and then you are saying, what can I do as a teacher to help change the outcome that we're getting? Not necessarily what behavior of the student can I change, but what can I do as a teacher to change? And then the next thing is next steps. Okay, it does us no good to look at the data, make assumptions, and then make connections if we don't do the next steps. And the next steps is putting together actionable steps, whether it's change of instruction, change of how we do groups, how we set up our classroom, if we don't create actionable steps. And one of the cool things with this protocol, this is kind of a never-ending protocol. We can connect with this protocol any time of the year. It doesn't necessarily have to be after major tests. We can do this with, teachers can do this in their PLCs and do this by per unit, per lesson if they wanted to. And it's one of those things that I think teachers will connect to because they're used to the protocol of See, Think, Wonder. Well, now all we're doing is changing that See, Think, Connect and allowing us to connect with the data and then change our instruction based on what the data says, not the behaviors that we want to change. So this is one of the biggest things I've learned in this class, is really connecting instruction to where the data is and not necessarily changing behaviors, because that is much more complicated than we think it is.